Haha. Yes, you guys know what I'm about to say, right? Yes. We have two cookies in this one. One was completely videoed, but the other one, I didn't get it from the beginning. But you get a portion of it. The first one that I have the full video of is the black and white cookie. Oh, guys, wait till you see the black and white cookie. Oh yeah. And she also did the she did a red velvet cookie with blue and white vanilla chocolate chip. Now, I don't know how many of you know about that, the blue and white chocolate chip. Man, that was interesting. But they are so beautiful. Ah, beautiful. I can't wait to taste the cookies. Guys. Oh, red velvet cookie. Anyway, guys, let's go into the kitchen and do cookies. The black and white cookies and the red velvet cookie. Let's go. All right, and this is for the
black and white cookie.
Black and white cookie.
So, we're going to be making the black and white cookie, and to do that, I took the lazy way out. Actually, I took the more efficient way out. It's not lazy, it's efficient. And I took the regular cookie dough, the sugar cookie dough, and I just mixed this, literally put it in a pan, whatever pan you choose to, and took 1 tablespoon of this cocoa powder and used the fork and mixed it in, and this is what I got. So that's my chocolate dough, and then I am going to take this off of this because I have already, I don't want to put it on this tray. So this is going to be rolled out into a 12 by 8 rectangle along with this one. What I do with it? You just gave it to me. So that is my black portion of the black and white cookie, and this is going to be the white portion of the black and white cookie. But as you can see, we started with the same cookie dough. I just basically added that tablespoon of cocoa to this dough and mix it all up with a fork, and like I said, this is what we got just with the cocoa on this. So this will be the next one that I will need to roll out into the 12 by 8 rectangle. And so what you really want to do is put this on a slightly floured
Okay, guys, I will be leaving the measurements and ingredients in the description below. And please don't forget to subscribe, tap that bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up or give us a thumbs up. I keep forgetting to say us in this one.
Surprise.
I'm just a little grovelicious. Hello?
Don't worry, I'm used to it. So as you can see, it's really easy to just form this into, I'm trying to keep it in the same rectangular shape because it's going to be much easier for me to be able to get this into that 12 by 8 rectangle. And just know that we're going to chill this afterwards so it stays in that format, okay? And we will be cutting it, so don't be too alarmed. Put this into our 12 by 8, and don't worry if your dough rips like that, just put it back together. Humpty can go back together anytime. Oh, this is way past 12, clearly. This is my baking ruler. As you can see, for those of us who bake a lot, I'm sure you have your own little ruler, so you can do things like this and get that into that 12-inch rectangle. You can also use your mat as well, but that's too high for me. I prefer this to be at my level. And I need this to be at 8. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, so we're at our 12 by 8. Let's just straighten this up to make sure that we are fully at 8. Okay, that looks 8 to me, don't you think? Yep, we're at 12 and our 8-inch. Okay, so now this gets chilled again. And then, as you can see, it's best to roll out this one first and get it as close to your measurement, because once you get it in the plastic wrap, then you're going to measure it again to make sure that when it chills, it will be at the 12 by 8 inch, at the 12 by 8 inch mark. Okay. You hold this for me, please. I'm gonna move the dough, and then I need you to put that down for me. Thank you. And that's the best way to try to keep your dough in the size and length that you need it to be without having to lift it. So, and then I'm going to measure it again to make sure, as you can see, it's stretched out a little bit, right? So let's get our dough in a little more, just a bit more. And the sole reason we're being specific with these dough is because this has to set on top of this, and what you don't want is to have one longer than the other or one thicker than the other, because they will be stacking on top of each other. Okay, we're still at approximately 8. Okay, so now we're going to chill this again for about 10-15 minutes and leave it alone. And then once this chills for this first 10 to 15 minutes, because the dough is still very, very cold, we can then stock. See, like I said, I used the regular, just the cookie dough that was there. So if you see little specks, that's because I use cookie dough. So I'm going to lightly flour my board here. And please remember, you want to do the white one first before the dark one, because if you do the dark one first, your white one will have dark specks in it. And don't worry, this will all be taken off. The flour will come off, because to adhere it together, you will be able to you need to put a little bit of water, so that a little bit of water will get this off for you. So again, we're going to take this out, roll this out to the 12 by 8 rectangle. So this needs to go out to this much. Again, so about 1.5 inches more either side. Pretty much at our 8-inch mark here. So now we gotta get this part out to 8 inches. Let's see if we have our 12 inches. I think we do. And just remember, when you're doing this part though, you want to just do just enough to make, because you want to make sure that it's at least at the approximate size, because remember, once you're rolling it out, removing it, your dough is going to get a little bit out of line. Like literally, it's not going to measure the exact same size as when you have it on the board. So you want to make sure that when you do that, I need to roll this out about 1/4 inch more. Okay, so that's a little much. As you can see, it's 1/4 inch too much, so we're going to bring it in a little bit on both sides. This is a little chunky in the midsections. Looks like we're at 12 inches. This is a little more than 12 inches. Okay, so we're at about 12 inches, a little more than 12, and maybe about a 1/8 inch more than 12 inches on both sides. But once you roll it again, or measure it again with the other one, you should be just fine. All right, let's get this onto the plastic wrap. And just remember, you can also roll this out on the plastic wrap and you don't have to move the dough at all. You can do that too, but I'm not comfortable doing that because I have an issue with things moving. And no, I am not a perfectionist. I just like things done the right. Alright, so again, this is gonna chill just like the other one. It's gonna chill for 15 minutes or so, and then we will take them out and stock them and cut them into the appropriate sizes and shapes. Okay, so we're going to continue with the black and white cookie, and we're gonna alternate with so the way this works is we're going to now do basically something to that effect. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour. That should not have been that much, just a little bit of flour to make sure that nothing sticks and I can move the dough. Okay, so I'm gonna take off the plastic wrap from the top side of this vanilla dough, and then I'm going to take the entire vanilla and do that with that, and then we're going to take the plastic off the top side of the chocolate dough, and then I'm going to take this and literally just flip it on top of that one like so, and then I'm going to just straighten this on top of this one. Make sure they're both the same size. So I'm going to flip this over for one quick second to make sure that the two doughs, as you can see, they're clearly not the same size. So let's make our chocolate dough match our vanilla dough or our plain cookie dough. All right, so that's basically what we want to do to make sure that they're both aligned with each other, and we're still at our 12 by 8 inch mark for both dough. We want to make sure that they're both the same length. We don't want overlap because you want to be able to see the stripes with the two. I think everybody should be just fine, right? And then we'll do one final measurement. As anyone will always tell you, measure twice, cut once. Alright, so this side look a little chunky. We are still at our 12-inch mark. We're still at our 12-inch mark, and we should be at our, that says, is it me or that says 7.5?
This is 7.5.
We're at 7.5 all the way around. I will leave it at 7.5 all the way around except for that one. Almost at, well, it's at 7.5. So we'll work with 7.5. So what I'm going to do now is measure 6 inches and 6 inches. Okay, I didn't cut through the dough. I'm just measuring at the 6-inch mark, so that when I set my ruler to cut and to score it off, I will be in a straight line. Just a gentle score there to keep it in a straight line. Now we cut.
Okay guys, please don't forget to subscribe, tap that button so you don't miss enough of my videos.
Okay. Now we're going to take dough 1 and put dough 1 on top of dough 2. And as you can see, I alternated the fat side with the other fat side on the other side so that we can be at least even. And now we are at our 6-inch mark on both sides. So this is our 6-inch, 6-inch, and we are 7.5 this way. So we're good. Right? So now I got to gently press to make sure that everybody is happy with each other. Now is when we want them to make friends. Make friends, darling. Make friends. I won't look. Make friends. Okay. Now I get to cut them into the strips. Everybody is happy, right? Y'all happy? Yes. Okay. So now we get to cut them into our 1-inch by 1/3. Oh, let's put it this way. I need 6 strips. Oh boy, I think we're gonna be a 1/4 inch. Nope, we're gonna be about a 1/2 inch, about a 1/2 inch less than we're supposed to. So let's make this into 6 even strips. Is it 6 even strips? I think it's 6 even strips. Okay, so it was 6 strips. So I'm gonna cut them into 6 1-inch strips since I have 6 inches. And that looks good to me. 6. That makes it much easier for me too. So let's measure our 1-inch strips. So I'm gonna leave the ruler there for a sec, and I'm gonna cut. I'm just gonna score. I'm just scoring at this point. Just scoring my 1-inch strips to make sure that I will get even strips, because remember they got to stock.
Okay guys, these are late posting, but you can make your cookies any time of the year. You don't have to wait for Christmas. You can use it any time of the year.
I am not anal. I am not a perfectionist. I'm going to start with this end and make sure that everything is fully aligned to the 1-inch mark. Okay, and then we will score. Again, just gently run your knife, gently, do not cut. Just gently run your knife along the top and you can get your 1-inch that way. Same thing again, you're just scoring. Please note you're just scoring, so just run your knife along and you got your 1-inch again. And that's why I try to score in the middle as well, because sometimes if you're not using a straight ruler and, like, let's say you're using the measuring tape, it can bend in the middle and then your lines won't be straight. So I remember hearing one YouTuber who said, try to always use the right tool for the right job. Okay, last one. All right, and we're scored. Now let's cut. Yes, Jesus, look at the size of this thing, my people. Okay. And then once you get all of your strips together, you're basically just going to do this. And then you will refrigerate this and gently press it in to each other. This is when you want them to make friends. And like I said, I won't look. So let's just press them in gently. And when you look at what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, is to be able to have this have stripe, like vanilla, chocolate, or the white, the black, the white, the black, the white, the black, and everybody will be happy, happy, happy. And then I'll just stock one more, like continue cutting the others. Sorry. And remember, you're cutting on silicone. If you're using your silicone mat, please remember you're cutting on silicone. Do not press, because you can damage your silicone. You don't want to do that. You're just gently separating them. And if something is out of whack, like that little piece that you saw just now, just put them back where it belongs. Some things just like to make themselves be seen and heard all at the same time. So now I'm going to just refrigerate these. Okay, so I'm going to take these up and put them in here and literally just refrigerate this as is. So I'm gently just pressing them together. And what I'm going to do is I'll just refrigerate these for about 15-20 minutes again, just so that they can stick together and we'll be able to cut them into 1-inch pieces. And I am, of course, reusing the same plastic that I used earlier to get them back into the fridge. As you can see, they're not all too sticking together too much. So when you put them in and you wrap them, that's when you can gently press down. Okay, and there we are again with the second one. And that also goes into the fridge. So here is what it looks like now. All three of them are all set and ready to go into the fridge. Right? As you can see, they're all ready. I'm going to put them back in the fridge for 15-20 minutes. And this is what your cookie is going to look like once they're done. And I cut them into this, because they're going to be cut like this in 1-inch sections. And then bake off with the 1-inch sections. Okay, so now I'm going to cut each one of these stocked logs in 1/2-inch slices and set them on the trays 2 inches apart. They have been refrigerated, as you can see. I'm going to still press them a little gently together just to make sure that this middle crease is together. So we want them to be, this is when I want my cookies to make friends. All right, so I'm going to cut them 1/2 inches apart. So I'll just put it along here. And as you can see, those are set to 1/2 inch increments. But I will still use my trusty ruler because I prefer to use my trusty ruler. That says 9 inches. Am I seeing things or am I seeing things? It says 9, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So we're going to do this in 1/2 inch increments. My trusty knife. 1/2 inch increments. You can make them as thick as you want to, but just remember that they will expand in the oven, which is why I'm doing them at a 1/2 inch increment, so that when they do expand.
Ooh, no wonder they charge so much for pastry.
I'm not getting my complete zebra stripes. I need to be zebra. But then anyways, this is what your cookie is supposed to look like. So then I can put them on the tray at 2 inches apart. So it will look like this. Well, I can probably move this now. Yes, perfecto. See, mommy. Sorry, I had to go into my Spanish mode. Ah, perfecto. Sorry, I'm from Central America. When I get happy, I talk Spanish. Speak Spanish. You don't talk Spanish. You speak Spanish. Squishy them together, please. Like so. Just do those. Don't. I know you by now. I should have known better. Gently.
I am doing gently. Guys, please tell her I'm doing gently.
She doesn't know gently, trust me. This is me wishing on a star. And this is just like, as you see, all I used was the cookie dough that was already made. So it's really, really easy to make. See, this is why you need to put them together. See how that those two didn't adhere? Ooh-wee, all those little zebra stripes. Does that look 2 inches apart to you, dear?
Look at that to me.
All right.
Okay, guys, we're back. Let's go and continue to do the others. I'll be right back. 1 pan down, guys. Look at this. Oops. Look at that.
Okay.
Ready to pop in the oven.
So this is the 1 sheet of the, well, actually this is 2 sets, right?
Yeah.
2 of the logs.
Yeah.
So 2 of the logs fit on 1 sheet pan that were supposed to be spaced 2 inches apart. But this is my sister's 2 inches apart, so we are not gonna say anything.
See you guys in a bit.
Yes, so this is a black and white cookie, and you can see how they spread when they came out. And one of them had an accident because my sister's fat finger.
I plead the 5th.
Yes, sure you did.
And this is the other one there.
That's the other tray of the black and white cookie. So,
I'm tempted to,
of course you are. You always are.
Oh, I don't want one.
Yes, of course you do. So, as you can see, they're all nice and firm. And nicely brown on the bottom. Thank you. And then you let them sit on the tray for 5 minutes. So they've been sitting on the tray for 5 minutes.
I'm glad this is only once a year thing.
Exactly. Okay. And that's that for this cookie. Well, clearly, guess who's eating that one?
Me.
I sound like the little box commercial right now. This girl. And like I said earlier, this is one of the easiest pretty cookies to make because as you can see, there's only probably 3 ingredients, 2 packages of the cookie dough and 1 tablespoon of the cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. That's it. Clearly a little bit of elbow grease. But if you ever want to do an actual black and white cookie, then instead of just using cocoa powder, you switch it to black food coloring in 1 pack, and you will actually have your black and white cookie. What are you doing? Oh, Lord, seriously.
Okay guys, came into the kitchen and my sister was doing the red velvet cookie. Just had to pull the camera out quick.
Start looking like that.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Blue and white vanilla chocolate chip. And then
Blue sugar sprinkles.
Blue sugar sprinkles.
This.
Okay guys, that's the sugar crystal that she used. Cute little buttons, aren't they? Guys, the things my sister can find when it comes to her cookies, man, she go.
Shopping.
This is a whole year shopping, and then she stopped, then she start again, then she's like, I don't want to use that one. Okay, guys. What do you guys think about the black and white cookie? I think they're interesting. They're so beautiful, so small and cute, and eatable. That's the best part. They're eatable. And the red velvet, guys. OMG. Those cookies are beautiful little buttons. Oh, well, some of them are big buttons. Those are my favorite, the big buttons. Oh, Lord. Anyway, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. God bless.